should do. Your curse is to always lose. No matter how hard you play, no matter how hard you pray, you will always be defeated.
Hello. That's weird. My buttons aren't working. Why aren't my buttons working? That button works. What the hell? Why doesn't my mic button work? Okay. Cool. Just another one of those things. Oh. How are you all doing today? No camera. How's the move? Ugh. It's a nightmare. It's a waking nightmare. So much shit to do. Still. Very little time left to do it. Basically a day and a half is left. And there's a fuck ton to get done. Get the audio situation out of the way. Oh, good. Thank you. We can shoot the shit for a few, though, before I get into it. Yeah, I've got all of the... like boxed games packed. Night, Emerlin. See ya. It's difficult. Like, I'm trying to... We definitely accumulated more while we were here, so it's like... There's a lot of things that I want to be protected well, that don't just go in like a regular box. Like, some things I want to be in like a... in one of the tubs. So they're more carefully and delicately packed and don't get crushed or anything like that. I think that's done. But boy, I still have a lot of stuff to dismantle. I have to tear down the whole retro setup still. My whole stream setup's got to come down. To be honest, I haven't really had that issue. Last two moves, I don't recall there being any significant damage to anything. And I don't anticipate there being issues this time either. I mean, I am a little scared because the actual moving of the items is not being done by us directly. It's going to be in somebody else's hands for a while. So, I mean, I'm doing the best I can to try to protect everything as much as possible in boxes or bins or whatever. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, arguably, it shouldn't be a big deal. It's just going from point A to point B, but anything could happen. Well, in the case of this sort of thing, it would be some sort of an insurance payout if there's significant damage to anything. I think about it like this. The way it's being transported is the way most things are transported across the country, which is via tractor trailer. And the vast majority of things that gets transported tractor trailer make it just fine. So, it's kind of similar to like flying in a plane, right? People are scared of plane crashes, but statistically, the likelihood of actually being in a plane crash is infinitesimally small compared to, say, being in a car crash. So, yeah, I haven't had any issues, but it's always a possibility. So, who knows? It's hard not to be just a nonstop, continually exploding ball of anxiety throughout all of this, because there's so many moving parts. There's so much going on. There's so many things I need to remember to do. Apart from just getting everything packed, I have a lot of things left to do here that have to be done here before we officially leave. And then there's the whole aspect of my brain hasn't really accepted that we're moving yet. This still feels like home. So I'm a little scared of how I'm going to feel once we're there. As I've said, it's not like the place is going to be luxurious or something. It's not even going to be... I'm not sure that it's even going to be necessarily up to standard. But the intention is to make it that way eventually, so I just got to look at it like a canvas to be worked on. Well, I grew up in cold winters, so it's not like it's going to be a big shock for me. Although I will, obviously I've acclimated to Arizona, so it'll be a little rough, but I'll get used to it again. I was being hyperbolic, Kiwi. One of the places that we rented became luxurious, which was a shock. Just out of curiosity, one time I was looking at like house prices, and I became curious. And I thought, gee, I wonder how much that house we were booted out of is going for. And so I looked it up, and that motherfucker is like a over $1 million house. It has rooms that it didn't have when we were there, a pool, like a guest house. Like all this shit was crammed onto this house. It looks like a totally different house. The entire internal layout was changed. The whole color of the house and the inside is all different. It was insane. It was not what I expected. And I felt like weirdly cosmically ripped off. Not that like it doesn't make any fucking sense, of course. I mean, if it was like that when we were renting it, we would have had to pay like 4 or 5 times the rent we were paying. But it was really a shocker. Right, yeah, I took a shit in there. Many shits. I hope that is on their conscience. Truly it is, BFA. Truly it is. And that's why we're kissing rent goodbye. I mean, in our defense, we are really trading a lot to get away from having to deal with rent. The ghost of my shits. If the bathroom is still in the same location, every time they go to the bathroom, they're passing through, like my quantum essence was once there. No. That was 2 houses ago. Quantum essence. Did the house change as much as that wacky hoarder Chutch? I'm trying to decipher what you said, Walker. Rent's story came to an end. That's very good. I don't know what you're... what wacky hoarder church? This apparently is a story I'm not familiar with. Exactly, Nedry. I feel like we're all on the same page here. I'm living in that $1 million home rent free. Or at least my ass is. We're just beginning, Gunner. You got here just in time. Oh, well, I haven't said my... I confused Song of Horror with what you were saying. I know what you're saying now. I haven't said much. I've complained slightly. All right, Kiwi. See, here's the deal. I'm going to point out again your excessive horniness, and you're going to complain that you're not. But we all know. Everyone here can see. Everyone can read. Ducky, thank you for 68 months. Also, Walker, thank you for 23 months. Starcat, thank you for 5 months. And Anonymous Gifter, thank you for that gift sub to Emerlin. I appreciate that. An open and shut case. See, that's all I want. I just want you to acknowledge the truth. That's it. Yeah, we're good. We're good now. But yeah, it's a hard process. Well, no, you see, we're back to this again, Kiwi. There is a difference that you're not recognizing. I'll explain. There's times when it's relevant and funny. Outside of that, I would call it excessive. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to roast you. I'm not saying that. I have witnessed you being funny on more than one occasion, for sure. Let's not break out into a total impromptu roast here. I apologize. A mic is a dangerous thing. You have to be careful how you use it. But yeah, we have very little time left to get a lot done. The worst part, I think, is we have not been very successful at selling off the furniture, which sucks because there's not a whole lot we can do about it. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave anything that we don't want, which is unfortunate. It's not feasible to donate it, unfortunately, because we don't have a means of transporting it. However, if we leave it out, so one way or the other, it's going to end up with somebody. If we put it on the curb, someone will definitely 100% take it, which is, to my mind, effectively donating it. Arguably, somebody could take it and then just sell it. You know, even stuff that you donate, that happens with that too, more often than not. So, either way, to be honest, I don't much care as long as it goes to somebody because it's still useful furniture, as opposed to going into the trash. So, I've taken stuff from curbs too on occasion. I took a fucking old Apple computer that now is trash that I'm probably going to leave somewhere because I couldn't get it to work. So there you go. From curb to curb. I basically it was a long transport from one curb to another. Oh, I did. Well, actually, let me leave that. Tuck that away. But yeah, I'm trying to like pack quickly. One of the things I find I struggle with continually, since I've had a lot of experience with it in the past couple of years, when it comes to packing for a move, is this excessive desire to try to organize. And it is such an impedance to actually getting the packing done. It would be way faster if I just packed stuff in boxes willy-nilly just to get it all done. But I'm trying to put like with like, things that, you know, go together or go to a certain room or blah, 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 blah. Yeah, what always ends up happening is we get down to the last minute and the panic sets in. And so there will always be, the last few things will be like just bags of shit because we didn't have any fucking time left. Just random stuff that we had to throw together. Yeah. It starts off ambitious and it ends in a total like hair-pulling nightmare. Yep. Just throw shit in garbage bags because we gotta fucking go. Like, we have to lock the door and be gone. Yep. 100% have done exactly that. Yeah, it's like a heist that we're pulling on ourselves. Honestly, I think we're on course to get it done. I am a little unsure of how things are going to be once we're on the road, though. One thing that's concerning is that there's a bit of a I absolutely would be interested in that, not Sherpa. Although there's nowhere to send anything at this particular moment. The PO box that I have listed is, you should consider that dead now, everyone. I'm sure that that's known, but I'm going to be shutting that down. Oh, good. Cool. I probably still have it listed on my panels, unfortunately, and my Twitter. I need to take those down. But I have to get a new PO box, so in the meantime, there's just nothing can be sent anywhere. Yeah, computers are a little difficult to ship as well because of the shipping costs. So I would be interested, but it's probably not feasible. But I lost my train of thought. So there's it's not a set time that our stuff is going to take to get to us. It's a range. And it's a wide range. That's a little worrying. I think that the intention is that it's supposed to probably be the shorter amount of time. But the range that they give is terrifying. Because it could be like that you're just without your whole existence for like a month. Yeah, up to we only provide service up to this amount of time. And I mean that's everything, you know. It's like bed, refrigerator, washer and dryer, most of our clothes, yada yada yada. I mean, I think we could get by. I don't know what I'll do for work though. I have to tell my work I've got a shitty laptop. I'll do my best, but it's gonna be tough. So yeah, yeah, we're gonna be driving there as soon as we're done with everything here. Thank you, Walker. I don't know. I think they will be understanding. They were cool about the fact that I was going to have to move and everything, and I think it'll be all right. We're going to be listening to the "You're Wrong About" podcast, pretty much the entire series for the drive. It's a podcast called "You're Wrong About," aka YWA, and it's really good. It's a very good podcast. I highly recommend it. Nakomi got me into it. And if we run out of that, we've got other ones as well. I don't know what it is, but I love listening to spoken word stuff while driving, as opposed to music. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having this behind us. Super behind us. And I'm hoping that it's not a total shit show. I'm hoping it's what I envisioned, which is that we're going to be lowering our expenses down a lot. We're going to be able to build up some finances. Start taking care of problems. Yo, my credit this month officially has gone into the green for the first time in my entire memory. I don't think I've ever had it this high. Shockingly. Yeah. Progress indeed. I mean, I hate credit. So I'm very mixed about being excited about it, but like it is unfortunately just that one of those reality things you have to deal with, right? In the green. Oh God, Walker. Progress. Well, I don't like it because I'm talking credit score. I don't like it because there's a lot of serious bullshit attached to the way credit scores work, and I don't like that shit. I hate all of it. But hey, Alex, thank you for the tip. We will be using that for road snacks. I appreciate that. Anybody else? I don't know what it is, but we always get jerky for the road. I don't know why. I don't eat jerky any other time unless we're on a road trip. Okay, so there are others. Well, right, like fucking credit has this weird like chicken and egg problem when you're young. Cuz they're like you should have credit. Okay, how do I get credit? Well, you have to have credit. What? Huh? And nobody really educates you about it, at least in the States. or at least where I grew up. And it's so easy to get fucked out of having credit. It just takes one thing, like if, for example, one of the things that drug my credit down for a long fucking time was that I was a co-signer on something that the company was paying for, and we switched finance providers, and the previous one fucked up, and that got fixed, but like it just stayed fucked up on my credit for years. Just dumb stupid shit like that. You have a delinquency. No, I fucking don't. I will say I didn't make the effort to try to dispute it. Presumably I could have got it knocked off, but yeah. That's a funny way of putting it, though. Right, yeah. But we have a lot of things that we have to take care of. So, like, initially, things are not going to really be different from however they are when we arrive quite some time until we get some other things addressed. Yeah, so like I think that's more what I'm really talking about, Dell, is that there's like that kind of weird voodoo shit where a lot of times it doesn't make sense why it goes up or down or by how much. And I find that irritating. It just seems like it seems arbitrary. Thank you, beer. Yeah, it's a lot of it is just going to be hunkering down and just chipping away at some things until they're more manageable bit by bit. But I'm hoping to get to a point where I can focus more on having a bit of a budget to do the things I want to do. I want to do a lot for the stream. I've wanted to for a long time. You all know this. I talk about it a lot. I'm always talking about shit I want to do and not doing things. But that's one thing, obviously. And our end goal in the distant future is we'd still like to have a house that's our own. But, the way things have been going with housing in this country and taxes and money and everything, I just don't know. I have no idea what the future holds for that at all. Yeah, and COVID. I was seeing the news today that we may not see the vaccine in significant quantities until halfway into 2021. That's, I mean, it's right around the corner, but it also feels fucking forever away. Probably because this year feels like it was like 10 years. I feel like this was a decade crammed into a single year. Yeah. Apparently Pfizer and the other company, I forget what their name is, but they offered to pre-sell, I guess, some vaccine, and we declined. So now we're at the end of the list. Moderna, yeah, thank you. Does it really, food? That feels like a million years ago to me. I feel like we were all completely different people back then. I don't know who I am anymore. But I do think that I'm the main thing I'm looking forward to, just like a small sort of thing for myself, is I'm looking forward to hopefully creating a fun and cool streaming space in the new place and sharing that with you guys. I have so much stuff backlogged. I have so many posters and pictures and things that you guys have sent me and stuff that's just never gone up because I've always just been perpetually in this mode of like, well, I mean, like, what's the point of putting anything up if I'm just going to have to take it down? So, most things I haven't even unpackaged. They've been stored forever. So I want to create a cool space that makes me feel like I'm more into what I'm doing. Everything has felt very like utilitarian for me for the past like 5 or 6 years. Oh, of course not, Zuria. And nobody's anything will be placed in any bathrooms. I'm still annoyed at everybody for that one. I'll have y'all know that was a very prominent location. It was not over the toilet. The toilet here is like, I have a closet toilet. I have one of those, like, it's a tiny room just for the toilet. Nothing in there. The bathroom off of my office here is like a bigger room, and it's got a separate sort of sink area with 2 sinks, and right in the middle I had this beautiful little Samus cross stitch in the frame, and I look at it every day, and I put it there because I like it. I like looking at it, not because I wanted to banish it to the bathroom. So y'all can eat my whole ass in the bathroom, because that's probably the most appropriate place to eat an ass. If you want anything in the bathroom, you have to explicitly request it now, so that I can point to proof this was requested, that I put it in the bathroom. Because it is now a place of banishment. I didn't really care. It's just fun to have this sort of fake argument about it. Oh, hells yes, Dave. Kingsfield in the bathroom? That's a massively improved bathroom experience. That'll be better than shitting. And shitting is great. I love shitting. Oh god. I'm so strung out, man. I was so insanely depressed last night. Just like the worst it's been for like at least 5 years, I'd say. It felt like a total relapse. But I focused on just getting stuff done today, and I don't feel anywhere near as bad as yesterday. But I really don't want to fall back into where I used to be. That was dark times. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to feel. We don't have seasons here. So it's going to be weird. I don't know if I'm going to be depressed about winter or not, or what. I think I'll probably like it. It'll be a nice change. Yeah, our seasons here in Phoenix are hot and not so hot. Well, okay. There's really 3. Because there's also too hot. There's like a month of too hot. And then the rest is mostly hot, and then there's a short period of time where it's not so hot. Those are our seasons. I don't think we've had any monsoons this year. I don't even remember any monsoons last year. They used to be a thing, but they seem like they're going away. Sweat, thank you for nice months. I don't think we've had a haboob this year either. I don't recall one. Maybe I think there maybe was one. Not sure. Oh. But yeah. I'm sorry that I haven't been myself for a little while. I've been feeling it for a long time. I feel like I've been kind of not being my best self in terms of the stream thing and everything, and I'm trying to just get past this little milestone, and then I hope that I can bring things back around to just being a fun, chill experience and not whatever it's been. Thank you guys. Anyway, here's Song of Horror. Yeah. Anyway, here's Song of Horror. My rent's too fucking high. I got a pipe burst. Anyway, here's Song of Horror. Song of Horror. Here's Song of Horror. So this may be the final bit. We don't really know. We got here and then I stopped. So let's find out what this place is all about. They really needed to do a bit more work on that shader, huh? It looks like there's white noise, like those are TV screens. The lamp fell from the ceiling and crushed everything below. Nobody seemed to care enough to clean up the mess. Boy, oh boy. I think this is the spookiest environment so far in this game. Argos Legrand with his eldest daughter, Elaine. What is this painting about exactly? Well, we'll never know because we can't fucking see it. How weird. No way. No way. No. Alright. Wonder why I'm not allowed to have a map on this one. The Exit, September 28th, 1998. Authors Sophie Van Denend.
But what? It can't be.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't make sense.
I wonder if that's always there, like that. By Sophie. Small metal boxes and ornaments. Tarnished and unkempt. Kingdom Destined, thank you for 13 months. Okay. Well, this door over here better open because I'm out of options. Can't go upstairs. Can't go anywheres. If there were ever any birds in here, that time is long gone. God, this place is spooky. A broken mirror. Probably Argos Legrand did that. I don't think Ariadne has ever been prompted to break them, like all the other victims of the song. An old radio and 2 stone busts. They were probably family ancestors. A history book that talks about both the Legrand family and the House of Amsberg. It's a lot older than the one we found in the university.
Mrs. Legrand, pardon me for barging in like this, but I need that box.
Oh, God. I'm not into this. Not what I expected. Very concerning.
The box. The music box I gave you. I need it. Please, tell me where it is.
Its box is upstairs.
Thank you. I promise I'll free both of us from that cursed thing.
Why is she fine?
Upstairs, Mr. Neuer. In my room. There.
So that's Ariadne, right?
She wants to help me. I don't need help. But she does.
Elaine Legrand Amsberg, music box in hand, completely oblivious of what the future has in store for her.
Elaine, my sister.
Oh, she has a lot to say about this.
Always young, always dark.
She gonna say something else? Should I wait a full 15 minutes?
They never escape from the closet.
Apparently, yes. They never escape from the closet. What does that mean?
Father. Hanging from the ceiling.
Fuck me, dude. I have to sit here now. She said 4 unique things. Maybe she's done.
Elaine, Ariadne's older sister. What a senseless tragedy.
Alright. Oh, I don't think I tried... I didn't try any of the doors here, did I? She said to go upstairs. So I won't. Actually, chances are none of these doors will open because I think this is a little bit more of a guided experience. It'll be kind of funny if this isn't like a big section of the game and we just go upstairs to the box and the game ends. So now we just get to go upstairs, huh? Because that's another thing that's a little different here is they just blocked us from going up here even though it wasn't blocked by anything. They just wanted us to talk to her first. Which is a little bit different. God damn.
Okay, the box is somewhere on this floor.
How does she live in this place, man? In this house, even the coziest nooks and crannies have a sinister air to them. Oh yeah, you got that right. I love the audio effects, where the whole house is constantly creaking. It's very good.
No way.
Ariadne and Elaine's mother, Natalie of House Amsberg. I think I remember.
No.
A little girl's personal notes. The name Elaine appears several times. There's so much dust on these sheets that you can barely see their original color. They've probably been there decades. Awesome. Elaine Legrand Omsberg with Ariadne in her arms.
There it is. I see it next to the mirror.
Oh, of course. Strategically placed next to a fucking mirror. Whoa. Unsurprisingly, I can't open it. There's a thick layer of dust on the mattress. It still looks slightly deformed, as if someone had slept on it a long time ago. Maybe even Bernice Prestigard herself. Oh, fuck. Is this that room that she was in? Yeah. When we were doing those flashbacks. This is that room. I didn't realize it at first. Well, I didn't realize it until it said that. Until it basically told me, this is that room. Remember that? Alright. That's right. She did tell her to sleep in her room. Daniel, no. Daniel, the mirror. You know this. No, you're doing it. You're doing the thing. I guess this is what he wanted to do. Okay, right.
Where am I?
This is where you wanted to go. Where the fuck did you put that box?
What is this hideous place?
So this is where we left off with Prestigard. There's a door here. Bernice Prestigard. Should I knock? Oh. How can I resist? I must.
Dr. Prestigard?
Bernice Prestigard's nightmare. Holy shit. Dude, this is truly crazy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright. This is very unexpected. I don't know what I expected. Like, I thought at worst it would be a jump scare, you know, death thing. Acalia, thank you for 25 months. Ah, okay. But she's still...
There are still 2 patients who haven't heard the song, but I don't remember who they are.
She's still trapped in the nightmare. This is so interesting. I thought we were done with her story. But the fact that Daniel could connect to her in this way means that this is like her purgatory. It's just ongoing forever. And when did her story take place? It was like the 20s, right? Yes. Well, I don't even know if it's like a ghost per se. I think it's more like she's caught in a time loop. So we've got... Oh, it's the 6 patient rooms.
Have you recently dreamed about an eclipsed sun?
Okay.
Ariadne, are you there?
He always lies. The man next door. He always lies about his dreams.
Huh. Okay, so there's some sort of puzzle we have to work out here. This must be the man next door.
Have you recently dreamed about an eclipsed sun?
So yes.
A solar eclipse towering over a great expanse. Have you seen anything like that in your dreams?
I don't know what we're looking at. Excuse me.
Have you recently dreamed about an eclipsed sun?
No.
A solar eclipse towering over a great expanse. Have you seen anything like that in your dreams?
No.
So they're all no's. But I guess the one next door to Ariadne is a yes. Which means number 5. I'll go check real quick to see if Ariadne says anything different. Nothing different. So what is this thing at the end of the hall? It looks upsetting. This machine will play the melody in the cell that I pick. I need to choose carefully. They must not escape. Description. 6 subjects will be made to listen to Ariadne's music box. The procedure has already begun, exposing 4 of these subjects to the music with surprising effects. Ariadne, the control patient, did not present any changes after listening to the music in her cell. And yet, 2 of the other subjects, enclosed in opposite cells, have begun to refer a dream in which they see a dark place with an eclipsed sun. Only one of the 2 has heard the melody. It is deemed possible that the other is a case of sheer suggestion, having heard their fellow patient's description. On another note, several subjects taking part in the experiment will have placed candles in their cells, although not all of them have listened to the melody. We assume it is possible that they are simply imitating what they see other patients do in opposite cells. Notes. For some reason, the valves in the sound system... Hold on. Sorry. Excuse me. The valves in the sound system explode when we play the song in a cell, and there are only 3 left. We must proceed with the last 2 subjects as soon as possible. They must not escape. Well... I believe that well, let me think about this. The only thing that I have right now that differentiates the other patients, or things I guess I'll say, patient 5 lied according to Ariadne, and that means that they had the dream, but that feels like they have already been exposed to the music box, so maybe there's something about the others. It's just kind of tough. This one just doesn't answer. Probably already escaped. This one has candles. This one has drawn a clock on the wall, a backwards clock, and it's 10 after 10. This one has also drawn the thing described. Same as the other room. Also has 5 candles. Did this one have candles? No. This one did. 3 candles. This one has 5 candles. Similar drawing again. And Ariadne said the next guy lied. I don't know. So this says place candles in their cells. Not all of them listen to the melody. We assume it is possible they're simply imitating. Could be I'm overthinking it. And it is just the lying guy. We must proceed with the last 2 subjects as soon as possible. I'm going to just try. It does seem to be a puzzle, but I'm just not sure if it's more or less complicated than I'm assuming. Who has what hat? Yeah. It does sort of seem to be that. Except for that. Well, can I? We know Ariadne has. Yet 2 of the other subjects, enclosed in opposite cells, have begun to refer to a dream in which they see a dark place with an eclipsed sun. Only one of the 2 has heard the melody. It is deemed possible that the other is a case of sheer suggestion, having heard their fellow patient's description. On another note, several subjects taking part in the experiment have placed candles in their cells, although not all of them have listened to the melody. We assume it is possible that they are simply imitating what they see other patients do in opposite cells. So the having had the dream is a claim that does not necessarily mean that they've heard the music. The opposite part does sound important, yes. See, this guy says no. But because Ariadne says this guy lies about his dreams, this means yes. But that doesn't mean that he's been exposed to the music. He also has candles. And this one has candles. But this one has no scribbles. So these two could be copying this one for having put up candles. See, because this one has not, yet there are candles across from them, makes me feel like 6 and 5 are the copiers of 2, because they would both, they're both opposite this one on this side, which has candles. They've all denied having the dream. Well, according to this, only 2 haven't heard. 4 have. One of them is Ariadne. I suspect number 2 is another. Number 3 may be another. Don't they mean exact opposite? I mean, there's no indication of that. The last line. It doesn't say that. We assume it is possible they are simply imitating what they see other patients do in opposite cells. We definitely do need to determine who hasn't heard it, though. Here's another thing. Nearer to the top here, it says, and yet 2 of the other patients enclosed in opposite cells have begun to refer to a dream in which they see a dark place with an eclipsed sun. Now, do they mean opposite of Ariadne, meaning 2 of 1, 2, and 3? Or do they mean 2 cells that are directly opposite of each other? It's either opposite Ariadne or opposite of each other. Oh, but it does continue. I'm a fool. And yet 2 of the other subjects, enclosed in opposite cells, begin to refer to a dream in which they see a dark place with an eclipsed sun. Only one of the 2 has heard the melody. So difficult. Partly because every single one of the patients has denied the dream upon questioning, despite the fact that this here says that they've been talking about having this dream. At least 2 of them. Which one did? Verbally, they've all denied it. Those three have the drawing. This one has no scribbles. But maybe they don't like to draw. Or maybe they don't have any crayons. Her drawings all have the dark figure. I wonder if there's any significance to the blocks that are dead center. But the number matches her room number, so that doesn't really tell us anything. His opposite is Darkness Man. The bear, it is a weird bear. It's a very strange bear. So, arguably, it could be safe to conclude that 5 has heard it and is having the dreams because of having heard it. Therefore, fuck. Therefore, fuck, yeah. Another thing that irritates me, 5 candles, 5 candles, 3 candles. This makes me feel like this one wasn't copying from anybody, because they're the only one with a different number of candles. But if the number of candles matters, then it isn't direct opposites. Who did? Oh, yeah. So, I mean, effectively, he's a yes. The lying guy is basically our starting point because he's the only one we can know anything about, assuming that whatever Ariadne says is always true. And I think that's a safe assumption to make. That's basically the game giving us somewhere to start. So, the lying guy literally did have the dream because he heard the music box. He's lying about the dream. So he's not lying about a claim, and he's not one of the ones who would have claimed that he had the dream. So he has definitely heard it. Ariadne has definitely heard it. That leaves 2 others we need to determine. No, I don't think that that's the problem, Nee, because I believe that sort of situation is eliminated by the fact that because he lies and Ariadne says he does, therefore he 100% definitely is having the dream or had the dream and is not an imitator. Because she said he lies about his dreams, not that he just lies generally. You know what I'm saying? So if you ask him specifically about his dream, if he says no, that means he 100% had a dream. The dream asked about. I think if you look at it that way, BFA, it breaks the puzzle, in my opinion, because then you can't really know anything. In other words, the lying man has to be an axiom, in my opinion, for the rest of the puzzle to work. Of course, I could be wrong, and if there's anybody who believes they figured it out and I'm wrong about that, feel free to say if you think that I'm wrong. That's where I'm at, is with what Galeg is saying. So if you accept that the lying man is an axiom, he's had the dream, and I believe that that means that he's heard the music. I think that that means the one across from him hasn't heard the music. And this guy did not copy. Well, so this is difficult because neither of them this guy could not have copied the other guy because he has candles, the one directly across from him does not. They both have the drawings. It makes me feel like this one has heard the music and the one without the candles hasn't. So I think it might be 2 and 3. That's where I'm at. We can look at the paper again. And I don't know about number 1. I think number 1 is just to be assumed to have heard it by process of elimination. Six subjects will be made to listen to Ariadne's music box. The procedure has already begun, exposing 4 of these subjects to the music with surprising effects. Ariadne, the control patient, did not present any changes after listening to the music in her cell. And yet 2 of the other subjects, enclosed in opposite cells, have begun to refer to a dream in which they see a dark place with an eclipsed sun. Only one of the 2 has heard the melody. It is deemed possible that the other is a case of sheer suggestion, having heard their fellow patient's description. On another note, several subjects taking part in the experiment have placed candles in their cells, although not all of them have listened to the melody. We assume it is possible that they are simply imitating what they see other patients do in opposite cells. So, again, this one has candles. 6 has candles, but directly across, 3 does not. So 6 has no reason to put up the candles unless they've heard the music box. 5 has candles and has lied about having the dream, which we accept axiomatically to mean they have had the dream, and that means that they have heard the music box. This one has candles, so it could be argued that they are copying. 2 is copying 5. and hasn't heard the music box. That means that 2 and 3 are R2. 1 is then thereby, by process of elimination, to have also heard the music box. And so there we are. I don't think the number of candles is significant, except perhaps it means that those who've heard the music box would always put up 5 candles, and those who are copying don't. They just put up a random number of candles because it's not significant to them, or they don't understand the significance because they're just imitating. So I'm pretty convinced that it's 2 and 3. Ariadne is unaffected by the music box. She doesn't have any candles. Or at least, compared to all other patients, she seems unaffected by it. But it's pretty clear there's some shit going on here. I don't think that we should do it to 1 just in case. Although, arguably, we could do 3 because we have 3 valves to blow. But I don't know if there's any consequences. Well, so just imitating having 5 candles, that doesn't make any sense, BFA, because this guy doesn't have anybody to imitate. If we're going with the directly across assumption. Oh, we can only do 1 at a time. We can't do them all at once anyway. So, I guess we're going to learn pretty quickly if we fucked up. Yeah, I agree. I think 2 was correct and 3 was wrong. The lights are unhappy with us. So my logic on number 3 was flawed. Yeah, we only get to do 1 more. It's either 1 or 6 then, in my opinion. She spoke to the closed door but got no response. And we're not going to get any new responses either. Nuked! Thank you for those gift subs, my friend. Did I thank you, Silicon, for 27 months? If not, thank you. I think you are possibly right about that, JJ. I'm disappointed that I was wrong about 3, because now I don't really know. I don't understand this guy anymore. I can't think of a reason why it would be this guy. I'm pretty sure it was that 2 was right and 3 was wrong. Yeah, I feel like he has candles with no one to copy. Presumably, we didn't really have a lot to believe that 3 had done it other than process of elimination. Or 3 had not heard the music box. I guess we should try room 1. I think that's the problem with a lot of stuff like this, is that if it feels open-ended...
Oh, it can't be.
Oh, that was right. That was right. Oh. Oh.
The lantern blew out. If I could just do the same with the rest.
I see, okay. Gotcha. So whose door is this? It's a hammer. Oh, it's Argos. No. So there's 3. And who is this? Isaac. I think yes. So basically,
Mr. Farber?
we had very thin... We had a very thin rationale for choosing 3. But now, looking back, I think it kind of makes sense, or is more obvious, that it would have been 1. Because I didn't really have a solid reason for choosing number 3. Other than that I needed 2. Oh my goodness. So it's a big version of Isaac's museum full of nooses. Maybe I don't want to just start pulling levers, eh? Holy goodness. I have to escape this nightmare. I have to get us all out of this madness, whatever the cost. Do I get any hints or information? Oh. goodness. Is that the one you want to pull or not? I think it only shows one, and it's directly in front of the camera. Very concerning. This one shows two. I'm not clear on whether it's the ones you want to pull or the ones you don't. I think that's all the information we're getting, though. That's tough. That's really, really difficult. So, this one's the easiest. I was on the wrong side. Uh-huh. Okay. Now, where was this one? It's like out in the middle. Oh, yeah. Interesting. I should try the same camera again now. I think it'll be the same. It is. Alright. Let's look here. Okay, I'm almost positive then that it is this one. Yes. This one was very difficult here. This one's I'm sorry if this is unpleasant for anybody, the flashing here. I need to look at it probably just another couple of times. It's not the same too. Note that the door where we came in, they're both to the right of it. These are two different ones. God, this is difficult. One might be this one. Oh boy. Uh-oh. And this was my other guess? Uh-oh, oops. Uh-oh, oopsie. Neither of those were correct. Well, I mean, now we know that. Oh, wait, where are my ones that I did before? I don't know how many lives I have here. Maybe? No. No. So it wasn't this one. Ah, fuck. The camera shot is just not very helpful. But I guess it doesn't hurt to look again. I'll just have to redo the ones that I know. At least we know those ones. I think one of them is this one. Yes. Okay, we know that one now. That was really fucking hard to determine. So if that's the case... That's the case. So this noose almost right in front of the camera is the one that's like looks super close when you take the photo, right? The next one over in line with it is already one that we know. This one. Is that a trick? I haven't had all three of them down, maybe. It was a trick. Trickaroo. We've done it. Very close. Those, both of them have been close so far. So basically, the first two cameras I looked through, the angle only showed one of the three. So when the last one showed two of the three, it made it seem like there was four until I worked it out. But it was difficult to figure out which nooses were which. But I done it. I dang did it. Nah, this is Argos. We already did Husher, really, if you think about it, right? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is this just going to be a death march to the basement?
Ariadne?
Oh, it is.
Ariadne, where are you? Ariadne, hold on. Dad is going to save you.
Ariadne, stop. He's going to hear us.
Kenosis, thank you for those biddies.
Ariadne! They're just monsters.
No! No!
Yeah, that one was not a puzzle. Oh. Oh. Here we go.
This place.
There.
The box. I need to leave the box. Get out of here. See you never.
See you never. Is this how he dies? Oh. Oh, he made it out.
Oh God. At last. I did it. I fucking did it.
Did you do it though? It all depends on what happens when we go through this door. Right? This door right here. Either we did it, or we didn't do it. I guess we did it. Find out next time on Screen Today. Yeah, maybe we've done it. Well, now we just gotta go let Ariadne know and hop in the car and get out of here. Bim bam bosh. Ariadne, we did it. You're free now. Everything's fine.
Everything will be okay, Mrs. Legrand. And that song will never play in this world again. I must have fallen asleep. What time is it?
Ah, shit.
It's getting late. Do you mind if I turn on the light?
No. It doesn't like the light. No. But it likes the song.
But why though? Did she go back and get it? Oh. Are we gonna get like a post ending? Like this is Daniel's life now? Oh, it was the wrong box. Holy shit.
Is that you?
I'm an idiot.
Sophie? Sophie! Help me, please!
Help! Somebody! Help me, please!
Oh!
Help!
Oh!
Help! Help!
That's that's awesome. That is so cool. Oh boy. It's everybody just trying to get out and they just rot and they become the things that try to pull you in. Did you see his face right before it ended? Incredible. I have to say, it was a mixed bag. We've definitely heaped some praise on the game already. But off the top, I'll say that there was some janky stuff. There were some things that I think didn't land quite so well. But I think the bad ending was just intended elusive. I think that's probably the only ending. There weren't any other options. There wasn't some other box I could grab. But I could be wrong. I mean, it seems like there may be some significance to losing characters, since we did have that one guy come back, which was still one of the most wild things I've seen in a video game in a long time. Oh, so the fact that it was Sophie. Right, okay. Apart from the fact that there were things that didn't quite land or didn't stand out as much, there were a number of things. Oh, good, thanks. There were a number of things that they did in this game that I felt were extremely fresh. Very good, unique ideas that were well executed and that I don't think I've seen in any other game like this. That I think put this on another tier above other similar types of games. Quite a lot of things that I was extremely impressed with. Not just like gameplay wise, but in the writing. You know, again, I mean, the writing itself was, it had ups and downs, but some of the ups were so high. And I know I just said it, but I'll say it again. The losing a character and having them return in a completely diegetic, seamless, unexpected way was just inspired. It was insane. Never seen anything like that in any other game. I can't think of a close example. There's definitely games that have done interesting stuff with character deaths and integrating past events into stories, but nothing I can think of that really is anything like that specifically. Overall, I thought that the atmosphere and the scares were definitely very good. But not... It wasn't like the scariest game we've ever done on Scream a Day or anything like that. It was going... I don't think it was going for that, though. I don't think it was trying to be the most terrifying thing ever. I think it was going for a general ambiance, you know, sort of sink you into it. I would absolutely love to see more stuff from this developer, for sure. I'd love to see another similarly told story from them, like a similar game and gameplay, just a new story. I'd like to see improvements in the character animations and models department, because I think that was one of the only things that really let the game down in a big way. Because the environments are absolutely beautiful, very well done, extremely well executed. Not just in looks, but in the sound design of them. The layouts and the puzzles were very good, I thought, well balanced. But the characters felt often a little bit out of place and not as well executed as the environments were. And I would say definitely... That's what we just played, Pat. We just finished the game. I would say another thing was that the insta-kills were a little That probably one of the things I'm the most mixed on from the game. Some of the things I felt like that it enables are good. Perhaps the thing I mainly take issue with is that sometimes it's not well telegraphed what is going to kill you and what isn't. But what's the point then if it's well telegraphed, I guess? It's complicated. It's good, yeah. I'm not saying that it... When I say telegraphed, I don't mean short term, like it's got a sign on it or something that says this will kill you. What I mean to say, yeah, it has to do with inconsistency, and it has to do with what the game teaches you along the way. Yeah. Sometimes it set some expectations that were defied in a way that I didn't feel was great. But I don't know. I wouldn't want to change anything that would stop that thing with the cop returning from the dead and killing us from happening. I want that in every game. I'm sad that we didn't encounter another situation like that. Hey, Cheese, thanks for the raid. Very much appreciated. When we had more characters die, I was so hoping that we were going to have another experience with that. Because that was just so shockingly good. I do wonder if it's because he had a gun, yeah. It does sound bad out of context. I feel like it would still be possible for other characters to come back and have interesting... just imagine. Like, for instance, one thing that this game doesn't have is an active stalker. And that could have been an interesting twist on having, like, one of the characters that dies be present and wandering. Because it was pretty terrifying how when we were in that hallway, the cop character was around the corner. We could hear him breathing. And just imagine if unexpectedly a character was added stalking around, and you just all of a sudden something... Because one thing that this game did very well is as you go around the environment, you get used to a certain rhythm. You know, you've got those regular haunts that happen, the ones that are sort of inconsequential, where the room shakes or whatever. Then you've got the events where it's like there's a door you have to close, or you're being pulled into there, or what was the other one? There was like a third and a fourth one even. But so those are the things you expect. So when something, once you get like sort of comfortable and expecting these things to happen, when some other thing occurs suddenly, it totally throws you off and brings up some genuine emotions, you know? Yeah, I agree. Overall, very good experience. I really liked it. I'm looking forward to seeing more from this developer. Very excited. For now, though, I must go. I'm not sure what tomorrow's plan is. I don't know if we determined whether we were going to be doing Space Cops or not. I feel like we last week said that we weren't. I don't know. But whatever the case, throughout the move, as always, I'm going to be streaming every day. I'm going to go ahead and apologize ahead of time that these streams may be short and might not be great because of not knowing what the internet's going to be like, not having my usual setup available, etc. It's going to be pretty damn haphazard. So, but whatever, however it is, I'll be here one way or the other. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.